God is quiet right now. And that thought alone can make your heart feel uneasy. You've been praying, you've been waiting, you've been trying to stay faithful. But lately, it feels silent. No clear answers, no strong feelings, no obvious signs, just quiet. And you start asking yourself questions. Did I do something wrong? Did God leave me? Did he stop listening? Why do I feel so alone in this season? If you've been feeling this way, let me tell you something first. You are not forgotten. You are not ignored. You are not abandoned. But there is a reason for this silence, and it's important to understand it. Because sometimes God is quiet not because he is far, but because he is very close. When we think of God speaking, we imagine loud moments, big miracles, clear signs, strong emotions. But most of the time, God speaks in soft ways, in thoughts, in peace, in small moments, in quiet understanding. The Bible says that God once spoke in a gentle whisper, not in the storm. So when everything feels silent, it does not mean nothing is happening. It means something deep is happening. Let's talk about why God becomes quiet sometimes. One reason is this: God becomes quiet when he is teaching you to trust him. Think about a teacher. At first, they explain everything. They guide you step by step. They help you with every answer. But later during a test, they become quiet. Not because they don't care, but because they want you to grow. They want you to use what you've learned. In the same way, God sometimes steps back, not to leave you, but to see if you will still trust him without constant signs. Will you still pray when you don't feel anything? Will you still believe when you don't see anything? Will you still walk when you don't understand everything? That quiet season is a test of faith, not to fail you, to strengthen you. Another reason God is quiet is because he is working behind the scenes. We often think that if we don't see change, nothing is happening. But that's not true. Seeds grow in darkness, roots grow underground, foundations are built where no one sees. God works the same way. While you are waiting, he is arranging. While you are confused, he is preparing. While you feel stuck, he is aligning things. You just can't see it yet. Joseph waited in prison, David waited in caves, Abraham waited for years. In their waiting, God was not silent, he was working. Your silent season is not empty, it is full of hidden work. Another reason God is quiet is because he wants you to listen. Sometimes we talk too much in prayer. We ask, we complain, we explain, we worry, but we don't listen. Prayer is not only speaking, it is also being still. The Bible says, "Be still and know that I am God." Stillness helps you hear what noise hides. When God quiets your life, he is inviting you to slow down, to reflect, to rest, to reconnect. He wants your attention, not just your requests. Another reason God is quiet is because he is correcting your path. This one is important. Sometimes God becomes silent when we are walking in the wrong direction, not to punish us, but to wake us up. When something feels off, when peace is missing, when joy feels weak, it may be God saying, "Stop, look, return." Not with anger, with love. A loving parent doesn't always shout. Sometimes they go quiet to let the child realize something is wrong. God does the same. Silence can be a mirror. It helps you see your heart, your priorities, your habits, your focus. Not to shame you, to guide you back. Another reason God is quiet is because he is building your character. Blessings change your situation, but waiting changes your heart. Waiting teaches patience. Silence teaches humility. Delay teaches strength. If God gave everything immediately, we would not grow. We would not learn. We would not mature. We would not depend on him. So he allows quiet seasons, not to hurt you, to shape you. Now let's talk about the part that sounds scary. Why should you be afraid when God is quiet? Not afraid in fear, afraid in awareness. Because silence is a warning only when we stop seeking him. Silence is dangerous only when we stop praying, when we stop reading, when we stop trusting, when we stop caring. That is when silence becomes distance. Not because God moved, because we did. The Bible says, "Draw near to God, and he will draw near to you." If you stop reaching out, you will feel alone. Not because God left, because you stopped walking toward him. So the real danger is not God's silence, it is our response to it. Will you run away, or will you lean in? Will you give up, or will you grow deeper? That choice matters. Let me tell you something important. Some of the strongest believers grew the most in silent seasons. They learned to worship without music, to pray without emotion, to trust without proof. That is deep faith, and God honors it. If you are in a quiet season right now, here's what you should do. First, stay faithful. Pray even when you feel nothing. Read even when it feels dry. Trust even when it feels hard. Faith is not about feeling, it is about choosing. Second, stay honest. Tell God how you feel. Tell Him you're confused. Tell Him you're tired. Tell Him you're scared. He can handle your truth. Third, stay patient. God's timing is perfect. Not fast, not slow. Perfect. Fourth, stay hopeful. Silence always ends. Winter always passes. Night always turns to morning. Waiting always leads to something. And finally, stay close. Don't drift. Don't isolate. Don't quit. Stay near to God, because He is near to you. Let me remind you of something. Jesus Himself experienced silence. On the cross, He cried out and felt alone, but that silence led to resurrection. Your silence may be leading to something powerful too. Maybe a breakthrough, maybe healing, maybe clarity, maybe peace, maybe purpose. You just can't see it yet, so no, God is not quiet because He forgot you. He is quiet because He is shaping you. He is training you. He is preparing you. He is growing you. And soon, very soon, you will look back and understand. You will say that silence saved me, that waiting strengthened me, that quiet season changed me. And you will thank God for it. So don't be afraid of the silence. Be afraid of giving up in it, because God is still there, still listening, still loving, still working, even in the quiet, especially in the quiet. And if you hold on, you will hear His voice again, clearer than ever.